It's Sarah Stanford here with your VBT. Before I get into the VBT today, I want to just thank VMBS for inviting us back last night to do the fashion show at the VMBS Marriage and Family Series. We had a great time. I think the dresses look beautiful. I think everybody really enjoyed it. I know the audience had fun, especially the young lady that won the bridal makeover, and she got to wear a wedding gown, courtesy of Bliss, and she got a lot of different gifts and stuff. So it was a good time, and we look forward to doing it again next year. So the BBT for this week or today is purchasing a dress here locally versus purchasing it overseas. Ladies come to me all the time and they kind of want to know, some come to me and then say, well, they plan on going overseas, or some say they really don't want to. So I just want to go through very briefly some of the pros and cons of doing either or. Okay, so purchasing locally. First of all, once you purchase locally, at least from Bliss, and I'm only going to speak of Bliss now. When you purchase a dress from Bliss, we have our in-house seamstress, and we take care of all the seamstressing for you if there are any alterations need to be made. Excuse me. You also have the convenience of us being right here. So, something's wrong, you have any concerns, you want to get a color swatch of the dress so you can match your gloves or your accessories. Everything is right here without having to travel back and forth. People wonder if it's going to be more expensive to purchase something here because, we have to ship it in and there's customs and all that kind of stuff. Again, I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for a fact that Bliss, in comparison to the prices that you're going to pay for the same gowns overseas, is extremely competitively priced. A lot of times the stores overseas do a fairly high markup because their expenses are so much more significant in terms of whatever business expenses that they have. So I know for a fact here at Bliss, I do my very best to ensure that I am priced extremely competitively. And any bride that comes here and purchases a dress from me will tell you the exact same thing. So you can actually do a price comparison and, try and prove me wrong, but I guarantee you that we are extremely competitively priced. So purchasing a gown here at Bliss, you're not really losing anything. You're getting a designer gown, some of the same designers that they have in the boutiques overseas. You're getting them here. I have a very wide selection here. Plus, you have a whole set of catalogs to look through, and if you want me to order something directly from the catalog, we can do that as well, right? Now, when you decide to purchase overseas, okay, some of the things that you have to look at in terms of cost comparisons. So you're going to have to pay for a plane ticket just to go and do the initial, shopping and finding exactly what you want. Then you're going to come home, right? And usually in the States, unless you're able to find something off the rack, they're going to order the dress for you, and it's going to take somewhere between 3 and 4 months to come in, right? So which means when the dress comes in 4 months time, you're going to have to buy another plane ticket and go back up to fit the dress. So you go and you fit the dress, and of course, more than likely, alterations are going to be done because there are little tricks of the trades that some of the boutiques overseas use, and so more than likely, alterations are going to need to be done on the gown. So when we do the alterations on the gowns now, most of the bridal stores in the States, alterations start at about $250 US and go up. Average is about $350 US. So now you've had 2 plane tickets and alterations, and if you need any additional alterations, then you're going to add to those prices, right? So if you're going to ask me whether I think it is more practical to purchase a dress here locally from Bliss rather than going overseas, I'm going to tell you that I think it is much more practical to purchase your dress here. And that's, of course, if you find what you love. If you don't find what you love, and that does happen from time to time, feel free to keep shopping. One last point I will make in terms of purchasing overseas, because some of you will tell me, oh, well, I don't have to go overseas. I can just purchase it online. Ladies, if there's one piece of advice you take from me, from any BBT I've done since I've been in this business, please never buy a dress online. I've seen too many, I've heard of tons of horror stories, and I've seen too many horror stories when the dress that's pictured online and they buy it and pay $150 or $200 for it thinking they're getting a deal, and the dress comes in and it is a complete and utter disaster. Take my advice, please don't buy a dress online. If you're working with a budget, you can come to Bliss. I can work with your budget and get the perfect dress for you. All right, so ladies or belles, have a wonderful week, and as always, make it blissful.